Hey, good morning, Huntsville, and welcome into another edition of Good Morning Huntsville, episode 27.
Wow, congrats.
We are rocking and rolling, and appreciate everybody joining us as always. Happy Wednesday to you. You know, they call it hump day, and I don't know why, because you know what? I work, feels like 7 days a week. So, but for those of you that do have that luxury of getting off on the weekend, happy hump day to you. And we want to welcome you in as always. A lot of fun here we try to have on the show, and I want to welcome you in this morning. You know, first, before we get going, I'm going to do a little self-test here, Robin, to make sure we have audio. Hey, guess what? We do.
Yay!
So we're working out fine this morning. My good friend Robin Logan joining us from tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools.
Oh, you got it good.
I had to get it, Robin. Welcome in. Good to see you.
Welcome. I'm glad to be here.
Yeah. What have you been up to?
Work.
Yeah. Rick and Kaye are gone. You know, Kaye, I was worried about her. She had a post that said, you know, I was in the ER and things were going badly. And she's like, I'll never ride one of those toy horses again.
Yeah.
And it scared me because I thought it was a legitimate ER situation. And it's that viral post that's going around on Facebook where people are joking around saying they're getting on that little kid horse in front of a store and falling off.
Well, I won't ruin everybody's fun, but I don't particularly like those posts at all. So
yeah, because of your background, you were an EMT.
That's correct.
Yeah. So anyways, Robin joining us. Tomorrow's Promise, by the way, they are our Foundation 5 Wednesday. Or for those of you that like to, it's Wednesday. And you looked at me confusing. I thought I was wrong, Robin. For those of you that have a little bit of that twang in you, it's Wednesday.
There you go, Wednesday.
Wednesday.
No,
Try to say it.
I can't.
No, just try it. It's fun. Wednesday.
Wednesday.
There you go.
All right,
See,
I
saw
got
it. Wednesday. Say battery.
Battery.
And now say battery. Like bat tree. It goes up
bat tree. Oh, I could do bat tree.
Bat tree. So there you go. Sometimes on a Wednesday, you need to check your smoke alarm batteries.
There you go.
So I don't even know where we're going this morning.
Wednesday battery check.
There you go. Welcome in, everybody. I told you we're just having fun this morning. I want to welcome you. Let us know what you're thankful for. Every single morning when we bring you this show, we want to lift you up and inspire you this morning. And so please send a message. Let us know to get started. What are you thankful for here on a Wednesday here in Huntsville, Texas, or Huntsville, Texas, however you want to say it. But we want to welcome you in. As always, we are broadcasting downtown, beautiful downtown square. I'm looking out. I don't see Bob Ross. There is no painting out there on the canvas today. There are no clouds at all, at least from my viewpoint. We have that little slither of blue sky that we can see out the window here. But we're downtown, right here off of University Avenue, next to the gallery. My good friend Paul Oley, please go by and see him for all of your custom photography, family photos, corporate photos. He's been busy. I've seen a lot of folks here in the shop taking photos, getting ready for the summer. Also custom framing. You know, it's not a lost art, and he is the only person in town that does that. So maybe you've got a sports jersey. I told you I'm not going to talk sports, but I will say congratulations to the San Antonio Spurs #1 overall draft pick. They have got probably one of the highest touted players in a long time. 35 years, and the Spurs have landed the jackpot again. I won't go into details
It's
about
okay.
it.
I'm going to clap. Congratulations. Yeah.
We'll turn you into a Spurs
fan.
Go
Spurs.
Yeah, go Spurs, go. But again, thanks to Paul. And also, we wouldn't be able to bring you this show, of course, without Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. We'll hear more about Tomorrow's Promise as we do every week. But also want to remind you, too, that we are broadcasting live from our studio that is sponsored by our good friends at Elliott's Jewelers, Mr. Elliott Herzlich. And for all of your custom jewelry, hey, he's even got a lot of jewelry that's ready to go right out the door. Go by and see him. Check him out online at elliottjewelers.com. I told him one day when I get some money, I was blessed to get a championship ring from yesterday. It was National Championship Day. And I'm very appreciative of this, but I know that these jewels in here are not real jewels because this would be a very expensive ring. So I told Elliot one day, man, when I'm making the money, can you pop out this cubic zirconia that's in here and pop in an actual stud? He goes, absolutely.
I'm sure, yeah.
So he'll take care of that for me one day. Robin, what's going on?
Well, just been working. Of course, with Tomorrow's Promise, we got a lot of things coming up. We just wrapped down our color run.
Yeah.
So going through all that, it was a successful run this year. So pretty happy about that. And we have a couple of events coming up. So just been working on that, and among other things.
Yeah. How long have you been at Tomorrow's Promise now?
I'd say probably December.
Since December.
December.
Great. Well,
I'm a new hire over there.
Yeah, well, you're doing great work, and I know your background is marketing. You've kind of dabbled in a little bit of everything from EMT to marketing. I mean, how did all that journey happen for you?
Well, it kind of all blends together, really. you never have to market an ambulance service, but it's just, taking care of people. And that's what it is. It's about showing what you could do and then following up what you can do. So
yeah, love that.
Pretty easy.
I'll never forget. I won't say why I was in an ambulance. It was in my rowdy days, but I was in an ambulance. The only time that I was ever in an ambulance. And I'll never forget, this was when I had my IT company, and there was a gentleman, what do you call him? Just the EMT that's back there that rides with you?
Well, there's several different levels, of course, but we're all emergency medical technicians, so EMT is fine.
Well, it's funny because the guy that was helping me, his keyboard was stuck. And I just remember reaching over, and I was like, dude, I have an IT company. I know how to fix that. And he had sticky keys enabled on his keyboard. So if you hit shift like 5 times, it disables it. And so he's like, my goodness, man, this thing's been jacked up for 3 weeks, and you just fixed it in 5 seconds. I said, yeah, can you take $1,000 off the bill that's coming my way? Because I didn't have insurance. They didn't take off the $1,000, by the way.
Oh, well, you could always negotiate a cash pay.
You could, yeah. But even when
just a helpful tip.
Yeah, but if you don't have cash, how can you negotiate it?
Oh, well, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
You could wash the ambulance. How about that?
A lot of friends joining. Look, our friend from Fargo is already chiming in. Jerica, I think you just chime in every morning, and we just love seeing you on here every day. Good morning to you, Jerica. Also, Lisa Branch over at Learning RX. I had a great meeting with Lisa yesterday. I wanted to learn more about her business and what she's doing here in Huntsville and throughout the area. So it's really great to see you. Again, all these folks just make Huntsville so incredibly wonderful. Chiming in already. How about Quentin Williams? He won one of our prize packs.
Oh, good. Congratulations.
Last week, and he works over at First National Bank. And he says, I'm thankful for another day that wasn't promised.
Oh, that is great.
Quentin, that is deep, brother. And I appreciate that, man, because we all need to think about that today. And then someone by the name of Kaye French Boehning. Never heard of her before.
I don't know.
Have no idea who she is. She's saying good morning. Just kidding. Good morning, Kaye.
Good morning, Kaye. I'm here. I made it on time.
She was on time. We started at 7:02, Kaye, and that was just because I didn't click go live until 7:02. So we got a great show lined up today. Again, we're already having fun with Robin. We're going to continue to talk to her throughout this show. And also our good friend Angela Valis. She is the area representative of Piney Woods FCA, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, joining us this morning as well. So we're going to have a great discussion with her as well and talk about all the great things that FCA is doing, not just here in Huntsville, but this Piney Woods is covering a lot of counties, a lot of areas. I'm so excited to see things at Sam Houston getting ramped up and Huntsville ISD. I've always been a believer that we got to take care of our own grass and water it first. And once you do that, then you can start watering everybody else's lawn and take care of it. And so that's exciting, the work that these guys are doing. And I got to know Angela through Robert Lindeman, and Robert has been a big advocate for FCA as well. So we're going to learn a lot this morning.
Good.
We're going to have a lot of fun, and we're going to give away some prizes.
Yo, I love surprises.
Yeah.
Prizes.
Yeah, prizes. Well, it's a surprise if you win a prize.
Hey, there you go.
Hey, I've got these gift certificates, friends. And so help me by getting started this morning. I'm going to give away a $25 gift certificate to the Color Bar. That is our good friend Justin Killingsworth. $25. That'll get you a lot, by the way. You go in, they're very affordable. They do great work. And so for you men out there that are wanting to pamper your ladies, here you go. Boom. And for you guys out there, look, you can use this as well. They cut men's hair. Go by and see them, the Color Bar. All you have to do is this. Comment right now, #, hashtag, whatever you call it, Good Morning Huntsville. Visit Huntsville TX. Whatever you want to put, just put a # in a comment and like this broadcast and share it, and you will automatically be entered. Check this out. Bam, I'm going to slap in something a little extra today. Just like that, just kind of flew in. Bam, just flew on in there now. Here on a Wednesday. I'm going to be throwing in a Klein card as well. And this discount card will get you discounts all over town. I went to Yummy Yummy a while back, got $6 off. These are normally $25. So here's your 25 gift certificate. Here's your 25 Klein card.
How do I hashtag, right? No.
You can't. You're on the show.
Oh, okay.
You're the sponsor. This is like a FCC regular. Oh, wait. We don't have to worry about the FCC. We don't have to worry about the FCC. So it's wonderful. It's the joy of the internet. You don't have to worry about it. We're going to be careful, though. So $50 value today. And, again, we're going to be giving this away at the end of the show. So I already have one friend chiming in. Amanda followed directions. Appreciate you, Amanda. Good morning, Huntsville. And she's entered for that $25 gift card and the Klein card. And guess what? If nobody else comments or does that, Amanda's going to win it. So you better do it right Right meow.
Right meow.
Right
meow.
I've always wanted to say that. Anyways, a great one here today. Russell Humphrey also chiming in saying, good morning, Huntsville.
Good morning, Russell.
I love that. Look what he said. Let's go, Huntsville.
Oh, let's go. I like it.
I like that, too. So it's good stuff. Again, great one. Man, I'm feeling a lot of energy today. Do you feel it?
I feel it.
Yeah.
I feel it. I haven't even had my coffee yet, and I feel it.
Yeah, I didn't even offer you coffee. I'm a terrible host this morning, Robin.
It's okay. I have some down there.
So
I won't plug who I got it from, but.
Yeah, that's good. If they're a sponsor, if you sponsor, we'll plug you. Well, we're having fun. Again, keep those comments coming in this morning. Let us know what you're thankful for. I did want to start out with something this morning. I woke up, and I'll make this brief because I want to get Angela on. We're after 7:15 here, but there was a lot on my mind, and I won't go into the details about it, but sometimes, we are spoken to, and I'm a believer in I believe God speaks, some people audibly. I'm not going to get weird with that, but to me, I just feel like he speaks in my heart. And I woke up at 3 o'clock this morning, and man, I just felt like, the more that we try to do things and the more that we get involved, sometimes it just feels like there's an attack. And I'm not talking about people, but you can just kind of feel this pressure. You can feel things. I mean, you've worked. Anybody, you don't have to own a business to feel this. But I just feel like sometimes, man, we're getting hit at all angles and we're being attacked. And it seems like the more you fight, the more you feel defeated. And, for me, and I'm not preaching to people this morning, but I guess I am. I'm just saying the enemy sometimes tries to drag us down. And this came into my heart this morning. I'm just reading what I wrote. I said, remember, friends, this journey isn't easy, but when you remain in faith and declare that you've already won the battle, you will overcome. Don't give up. God is always with you. So I wanted to encourage you this morning that maybe you're feeling defeated. Maybe you've got ideas and you're trying to charge ahead and you just feel like there's all these obstacles coming your way. Man, I want to lift you up and encourage you this morning to know that you just have to believe in your heart and stand on the truth that God says that we've already won that battle. And everything will be all right, all right.
I believe it. I believe it.
Even if you don't feel, that's my new attitude. Even if you don't feel it, just believe it.
There you go.
So
I believe that.
There we go. So we're going to get rolling. So hopefully someone out there needed to hear that this morning. We'll step aside. I promise I'll slow down. We'll take a break.
Okay.
And Angela will be joining us here in just a few moments. Stay with us. It says Good Morning Huntsville on a Wednesday, brought to you by our good friends at tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. We'll be back here in just a few moments. Here we go. Welcome back in. We're like hopping all over the place. One day, we're already blessed every day, but one day we are going to have a good blessing to where I can hire somebody to run cameras behind the scenes, Robin. So, Angela Valis joining us. Good morning, Angela. I think I got you mic'd up. How you doing?
Good morning.
Man, you're coming in loud and clear.
All
I
right.
love when stuff just works.
That's right.
So it's great.
I can afford an easy day for once. So
Yeah.
Good.
Well, Angela Valis joining us here. She is the area representative of the FCA, the Fellowship of Christian Athletes of Piney Woods. Tell us how you've been doing, and we'll dig in a little bit about your history before we talk FCA, but how are you doing, Angela?
We've been doing really good. We've been really busy, though. So as I'm sure everybody is in the last couple of weeks here, as school's ending and all the things in the community are going on, we're feeling it, but we're sustained, so we're doing good. We just have a really good community of people lifting us up at the schools, the huddles, everything we're doing with FCA has been going really well. My husband's softball coach at Sam Houston State, and they just finished their season, so hopefully we'll have a little reprieve there. But overall, we've had a really good spring.
I was going to ask you, when those sports seasons, they don't ever like truthfully wind all the way down.
No.
But do you feel a little bit of like, all right, here we go, a little bit of breathing?
Yes, you get to catch your breath for a little bit before you start the next cycle of things, whatever that may be. So the prayer, the praying, the preparing, the planning. He does a lot of recruiting in the summer, traveling, and then just trying to fit in some time for your family, for yourself, and being intentional about that. But we've definitely had a good spring. We've enjoyed it.
Awesome. Well, again, Angela Valis is joining us here from Piney Woods FCA. Angela, before we talk FCA, give us a little background on you. How did you get to Huntsville? Just kind of fill us in, everything except the Social Security number. Just kidding.
Right?
Just kidding.
Yeah, don't give that away. Let's see. Well, my husband and I are both from a small town called Shiner, Texas. Some people may know that. I don't want to plug that here. They're not a sponsor, but we...
Oh, you mean the Shiner soda water. They're really good. Yeah.
The mineral water there.
Yeah.
But we both met later in life after we had graduated and been working in our careers. We've been married 10 years, and we moved to Huntsville when Garrett got his job about 8 years ago. So he's been coaching here for about 8 seasons, and he's been head coach for the last few of those. I moved along with him. I'm an attorney by trade, so I had a law practice. Worked down near Shiner in a town called Gonzales, Texas. But we made our way over here in 2016 officially. He came ahead of time, but we moved here, started our family here. Soon I joined the FCA board and started serving, and eventually I received an opportunity to come on staff to serve for the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, and so I transitioned into that around 2018. So here we are. We live in Elkins Lake and love it, and we're doing really good.
Yeah, well,
That's
great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Angela Valis joining us here this morning, the area director of Piney Woods FCA, and I got to tell you, Robin and I talk about this too when she's joining me on the show. This community is filled full of such wonderful people that truly give back. And again, another example with you, Angela, and also, of course, your husband. I've enjoyed getting to know Garrett and just seeing all the great things that you guys are doing, not just with your jobs and what you do, but just being involved in the community. Seeing you guys at the FCA banquet the other night, that was awesome to see that turnout.
Yeah, that was wonderful. We recently had a fundraiser, but it's more of a celebration of what we've been doing in FCA for the whole year. We invite administrators, we invite coaches, athletes, families, everyone on FCA staff attends, and we have a dinner and a celebration, some testimony about what's just been going on with FCA. We had 234 people attend, which is the largest we've ever had in our area. And so it's been growing substantially, and we're just really excited. But the best part of that night was definitely the fellowship, seeing people that you see around town, but you don't have a lot of time to talk, just the small talk. But here, being intentional and all just gathering for the same purpose, just to hear about what the Lord's been doing in our community. And all those people are so supportive, and it's just amazing when you have not only like the friendships, but also like the actual support of your organization too. So we just feel really lifted up. It's been great.
Yeah, it's really cool to see the growth. And when I was gone for the 8 months and then coming back and just seeing how things have transitioned. And Robin, I didn't know this. Robin told me you were over AOA for a whole minute coaching over there.
I did, yes. I did some coaching, junior varsity for the volleyball girls.
Okay.
One of the best experiences I've ever had.
Nice.
So
yes.
So you guys both know how important students are, and just in giving back and just breathing life into these kids, because a lot of kids need to be lifted up. The reality is, and the sad situation is, some of these kids don't have loving families to go home to, and they need people to support them and to lift them up. They may not even have families to go to. I think we brought it up on this show sometimes where we hear the word like a homeless student, and you think, well, I don't see any kids out on the street sleeping in tents. Being homeless doesn't mean that you're out on the street sleeping in a tent. That's the stereotype. The reality is, and you know this, Angela, is that some of these kids don't even have a place to call their own bed, and that's considered homeless because now they're staying with friends or they're hopping around from house to house.
Right, yeah. And we see that. We have huddles set up at Alpha. We have huddles at Huntsville High School, Mance Park, and so you get to see different the different opportunities to kind of minister into these kids' lives. And a lot of times what I say is it's less about what you say when you're in front of these kids, but it's just the fact that you're showing up regularly. It makes a huge difference. And so building relationships with them is super helpful. I mean, you mentioned, Rob, like people need just a little bit of help, a little bit of lifting up. Some don't have, strong family ties, but even those that do, we all need it, Oh,
yeah.
And it's even uplifting for us as FCA staff to go in and see these kids, these teachers, these coaches, just love on them, pour into them. We get lifted up through that as well. That's amazing how the Lord works that way. It's both ways. And so we get blessed probably more than we try to go out and bless people. But yeah, it's been really great to be around the young people, because, everyone always says, children are, our future. Well, the future of our nation, well, they're also the future of God's kingdom here. And so we just really need to pour into them and make sure that they feel seen,
Yeah, that's really critical. Again, Angela Valis joining us. She is the area representative of Piney Woods FCA, gracious enough to give us her time here this morning. Tell us about FCA. There may be somebody watching this morning. Of course, we know what it is. You do. Yeah. You work in it. I know just because I've been involved, and Robin knows. But for someone out there this morning saying, what is FCA? What do you guys do? Tell us a little bit more about FCA.
Okay. So Fellowship of Christian Athletes was an organization that was established in 1954. Basically, our organization started because we felt like sports is a huge platform, and it's a platform for sharing really good news. And we have the best news to share, just the good news of our Savior, Lord Jesus Christ. And so we try to help every coach and athlete, but also students, administrators, teachers, anyone we come in contact with, to grow in their relationship with God and grow in their faith. So our local chapter here, FCA Piney Woods West, it does incorporate Walker County, of course, and that's our priority, but we also have been established long enough here to kind of grow outside and include other smaller communities outside. So we've included Trinity and Madisonville and other towns we've been trying to grow into, and just incorporate that into kind of our growth plan. But just as far as the ministry is concerned, yeah, we have regular huddles set up around town at all the local schools, and we have huddles set up at Sam Houston State as well. A huddle is just a regular meeting where we go in and we have some fellowship, we have some devotional time, and all those look a little bit different. Junior high will be a little more structured, but at the college level, sometimes that's a full-blown Bible study, or even just a time for kids to get together and just kind of build rapport and lift each other up and stuff like that, have guest speakers, motivational speakers and stuff like that. So my job is to help coordinate all of that and see that to fruition. So
yeah, I think it's great. FCA is one of the, and I'm not knocking any other organization, but I believe, and correct me if I'm wrong, I think it's one of the last organizations, a faith-based organization, that's actually allowed into the school.
Yes,
you don't hear a lot of them anymore, and FCA has built that reputation for just, hey, we want to be here, we want to love on the kids, we want to support the kids, and statewide FCA and nationwide, still very involved in the schools, but it's all student-led. That's the thing. It's not somebody going in saying, you're going to do this and this. No, it's students who are taking that charge, like you said, with the huddles.
Right.
Tell us a little bit more about those huddles and just how they work.
Yes. For example, at Huntsville High School, we meet at Wednesday during lunchtime, so the kiddos can grab their lunch and come into the gym and hang out with us. And what we do is we have 2 coaches that work with us there, and they help get our students prepped for that with a devotional or scripture reading.
Yeah.
And those students will stand up and lead that devotional, and then they'll break into smaller groups so that they can just get to know each other a little bit better, because although it's Huntsville and you think, oh, we're kind of a small town, a lot of kids, we don't know each other. And so they're able to break into small groups and discuss questions, and they're able to just kind of lift each other up, pray together, but also just feel the camaraderie that's there, because that's the most important. It's a team environment. FCA, like I said, is sports platform based, and so just that team atmosphere is what's been so helpful. But those are just regular meetings that we try to be consistent with, that we have weekly. And again, they look different everywhere we go, but the main goal is to just lift kids up, meet them where they're at, share a little bit about God, help them grow in their faith, answer hard questions, and encourage them when they're feeling down. So yeah.
Awesome.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. Is there like a question opportunity for people to, or the children or the student athletes to come and actually ask the questions that maybe they're not comfortable asking anywhere else?
Yes, and so it's a very safe place. When we break into small groups after the devotion is presented, there's always a couple of questions that are facilitated by our student leaders. So our students will sit in this little small huddle and ask a couple questions, which always inevitably brings an answer and another question and a personal question. So you may ask a general question, what are some ways that, you've been challenged in trying to grow in your faith? And someone may answer that personally and say, well, maybe we don't really go to church a lot, so that's a challenge for me. And then we get to talk talk about that, and maybe we get to invite them to church, or we get to come alongside them and just give them some opportunity to join some more of the FCA events that we host throughout the year so they can get plugged in.
Yeah, it's great. Again,
Wonderful
Angela Valis.
opportunity.
Yeah, exactly. Just wonderful opportunities to get involved, to get plugged in. Angela giving us some great information this morning about FCA, the Piney Woods Division of Fellowship of Christian Athletes here serving this area. We're going to step aside. We'll take a brief break, and when we come back, I want to hear more about some of those events that you guys have and talk a little bit more about the involvement here in the community. So we'll step aside, we'll take a break, and again, remember, we are here broadcasting live from our studio, sponsored by Elliot's Jewelers, and also our Foundation 5 sponsor making this show happen today, Miss Robin Logan from Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. I finally got it.
You're getting better.
It was hard.
Better. Yeah. We had to get that North Dakota out of you a
Yeah,
little
the
bit.
S's. I was trying to, like I was saying, S is about everything, like summer music series. And anyways, we'll step aside. We'll take a break before we get out of control. Stay with us. It's Good Morning Huntsville. Hey, welcome back at it, friends, here on a Wednesday edition of Good Morning Huntsville. Huntsville on a Wednesday? Angela, what is it for you? Is it Huntsville or Huntsville?
It's actually Wednesday because in FCA we have, for our Texas group, we report our wins, our highlights, and then we share those on a Wednesday. So it's Wednesday.
Okay. Kind of goes together.
We share our wins. So we have our FCA group in general, our organization is pretty tight-knit. And so one of the great advantages to working for FCA is although we each have a chapter in our own community, we're statewide, we're nationwide, and our state leadership does a really great job of just supporting us, encouraging us, and that's one of the things they do. They collect testimonies, information, statistics, things, like how many Bibles did you hand out this week, for example, and things like that. And then on a Wednesday, we share our wins.
Yeah, I like
so it's
that.
Wednesday for me.
Wednesday.
Robin, I was thinking if they had someone involved that was named D and they won Wednesday. It's a terrible joke. This is horrible. Viewers just went out the door. Our friend Robbie is here, and he was keeping up with the viewers, and he's like, brother, don't ever say that again. You just lost everybody. So anyways, we're back at it here, having some fun this morning. Thanks for joining us and waking up with us on a Wednesday here on Good Morning Huntsville. Again, Angela Valis joining us here from Piney Woods FCA, and also our Wednesday Foundation 5 sponsor with us today, Miss Robin Logan of Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. We'll talk more about Tomorrow's Promise here on the back end of this segment, but wanted to give Angela a few more opportunities just to highlight FCA. You mentioned the huddles already. You talked about the organization, Angela. What is some of the things that are in the pipeline? I talked earlier about how it was so cool to have the Huntsville ISD huddle going, the Sam Houston huddle going. Very important. You're talking 22,000 kids at a Division I program. That is exciting.
Yes.
What are some of the great things happening here in this area with FCA?
Well, we have some events coming up, but I would like to highlight what we're doing on campus at Sam Houston State. One of the great things that we get to do is weekly during the semesters on Monday nights we meet. That meeting is open to all student athletes, but really all students who want to come and just fellowship with us. The same protocol. We'll usually do a guided study or do some apologetic style hard questions and real answers. So, because, you got to meet college students where they're at too, and they're in a place where they're curious. And, there are a lot of challenges and temptations when you're in college and you're growing and relationships are challenging. So we like to meet them where they're at with that. And so we have that weekly meeting, but a lot of times that spins off into team Bible studies. One of the great opportunities I've had is to help with my coworker, Josh Smith, who was in FCA when he was in college. He's a former track athlete at Sam Houston, but he and I help lead our Sam Houston FCA leadership team. And so we have 9 athletes that meet with us regularly. We kind of help teach and disciple, mentor them, but then they turn around and they take what they learn to their teams. So for example, we have a couple of girls on our team, that leadership team, who play golf for Sam Houston, and they have just taken the lead on having a weekly team Bible study, both with men's and women's golf, and that's been really great to see that kind of flourish, and they're just growing. So anyway, that's just a great thing that we have at Sam Houston. Our goal this year is to really try to meet more coaches and get into more programs and offer that same situation for all our teams. So we're talking everything from baseball to football to basketball. We just want to get in there and offer what we have, see who wants to participate, and just help facilitate and lead that. At Sam Houston, obviously the softball team's involved because my husband's the head coach, so he can't say no. So, but it's great because, I didn't have to have a lot of involvement with that this spring. In the fall, I did. I taught once a week, and we went through the Bible together. We chose a chapter of the Bible to go through, a book of the Bible. But in the spring, we had some of our student leaders help lead a chapel when they were traveling out of town, and they were out of town on Sundays. So they did that, and they were able to just get together on their own and continue to grow. And that's the whole point of it, is to kind of teach the advantage of it, to get these students into a situation where this feels good and they enjoy it, and then they want to replicate it in their real life. So
of course, like how to work through some of the challenges that we have, especially in the sports industry, know. So it's really good that you give this opportunity. And about the coaches, to meet more coaches, do they have to invite you, or how does that work?
That's a great question. So yes, since we basically are a student-led organization, in order to get into the schools, we need someone to open the door for us. So we've got a couple of coaches, like my husband, who allow FCA to come in and train our leaders and train their team captains to help facilitate these meetings, these huddles that we do. So we like to go around and just make sure to introduce ourselves, every year to the staff around, so the administrators and the coaches at Sam Houston and all around town. And make sure that they know they have open invitation to let us come back in to lead that, but also just to meet with them, meet with their administrators. We don't have to do a student huddle. We're there for the whole community. So when we get an invitation to go, we definitely will capitalize upon that. But yes, we do need someone to hold the door open for us. Hold the door.
Yes. When you hear that, coaches, get in touch with her.
Yeah, absolutely. So.
Absolutely. All our information is available on our website as well.
Right. And we're showing
the website, not her.
Yeah, we're showing that website right now. By the way, it is fcapww.org. There's that WW coming out, man. FCAPWW.org. It's good to be back in Texas, man. Some of that leaves you and then it comes back. I remember the W started, what was it, President Bush? Everybody's saying W, so it's good to be back in Texas. But FCAPWW.org. I'm looking here. I mean, we're looking at the schools. You mentioned Sam Houston State University, Huntsville High School, but then how about Mans Park Middle School, Alpha Omega, where Robin used to work, Trinity High School, Groveton High School, Madisonville, New Waverly, all these areas right here and close in Walker County are very close to it.
Yes.
This is a wonderful opportunity to teach the student athletes leadership as well. You know, it's very important. So
that's a good point. That's one of the things that we like to include in our training too. So we have character coaching, we have FCA leadership as well. But what that looks like is it's a little less spiritual, a little more secular. But we bring all of those aspects into it because at the end of the day, you just can't. A good leader is going to be a good moral person with integrity. So we teach those characteristics, which are all biblically based, but we do have curriculum where we can help train those student athletes to be leaders and to, not only learn to be respectful to their teammates, but also earn respect as well, and that just always makes a great leader. So we do have those programs. We have 3D coaching, three-dimensional coaching from not only a transactional point of view, but also from a relational side and a spiritual side. So there's just other dimensions to it, and all of those are actual legit trainings that we can offer, and we can help facilitate those for coaches if they want to invite that into their program and into their, training their team captains and their leadership as well.
A lot of great ways to get involved: huddles, camps, coaches, international trips. Tell us a little bit more about some of the involvement and some of the events that are coming up, Angela.
Right. Well, our biggest event coming up in the summer, in June 29th through July 2nd, we have our FCA Sports Camp. And so that's held at Texas A&M University. We usually rotate through universities who can host us, and we've been at A&M a couple years now. And it's been really great. We usually have between 400 to 600 students that register. If you have a student in your community that's ages 6th grade to 12th grade, they can go on our website under camps and they can learn more about the registration process. There's also a scholarship opportunity there where we'll be reviewing scholarships from funds that we've raised throughout the year. So we're going to help pay for the registration fee for some of those. But that camp is great. It's where kids can go to learn about leadership, but they also get to train in their sport. And there's about 12 sports that are offered. And so they'll be able to train and learn and also grow in their walk with the Lord, because we also offer some opportunities in the afternoons and the evenings for devotionals, little huddles, and then we have a worship night each night as well. But it's always a great opportunity. We've had some students from Huntsville attend, and they've come back and told us that they've really enjoyed it. We have one in particular that's going back again because they thought it was so great. So
that's good.
If you're looking for some really great opportunities to grow in your sport, but also the leadership aspect, FCA Sports Camp is definitely a great opportunity.
Yeah, that's great. Kaye Boehning just sending a comment saying, I was saved at an FCA summer camp. And
wow, that's awesome.
That's great.
So it's kind of cool how all this ties in. It always ties in somehow. And so yeah, that's really great. Again, Angela Valis joining us. For more information, again, we had that website up there on the screen a few moments ago. You can just go to that URL. If you're on the social media feeds, you can just click it. If you're listening on the audio-only version of the podcast, go to fcapww.org. Yes. Before we wrap up the FCA discussion, any final things that you wanted to make sure we mentioned? I did want to say, man, Robert Lindeman connected me to you, and you've got some great staff helping out. I think the world of Robert. He's a great guy.
Yes, I would love to drop a few names. Robert Lindeman's been great to help us network. He's just a great guy in the community that has volunteered with us for over 2 years now. And we're extremely thankful for him. Josh Smith is our college rep. And then a coach from Alpha Omega, Jeff Norris, is joining us hopefully in the fall part-time to help with our huddles and also our coaches ministry. So a couple things to keep in mind to look for if you follow us on social media or on our website. We are going to have a monthly coaches breakfast for all coaches in the community. It's not just Sam Houston, it's all schools. It's if you coach Select, if you coach Little League, whatever that looks like, we invite you to our breakfast. It's just a great time to just come be poured into. Every coach needs some refreshing. I know I'm a coach's wife, so I see it, I know it. And so that's our heart behind it, just to kind of cater to our coaches. In the fall, we'll also have probably our Fields of Faith, which is a huge community event. We love that to grow. Last year we held our first one at Alpha Omega's campus, and so we'd like to continue to grow that. But that's just a great opportunity to share your faith with family and friends with a night of just worship, a guest speaker, and a lot of athletes from around the community can gather together no matter what school they're from, meet each other, hang out, play some games, learn about each other, and so it's just a great opportunity. So just be looking for those things coming up.
All right, there you go.
When was the coaches' breakfast? That sounds good. Where?
It's monthly, and it's monthly usually on a Tuesday or Thursday, and so we have local churches that help us sponsor that breakfast, and so we move locations, so you'll just have to kind of keep up on social media to find that, but we always share that 2 to 3 weeks in advance, so you can put that on your calendar. But it's just a once a month breakfast in the morning before school starts, so it's a little early, but we got to get our coaches in there before they have to report for the first bell. So
I think it's cool you mentioned too, moving location. ramifications, because I did want to mention FCA is not tied to a specific denomination. It's an interdenominational, non-denominational, how you want to look at it, organization. So at the end of the day, just leading these kids to the Lord and having a relationship with Jesus, I think it's amazing and great work doing that, Angela. So wonderful to have you on. I'm going to surprise you. I know that you're very humble, but we are going to show something else. I don't know if you texted me and told me not to, but Angela has her own website too. And I did want to highlight this. You can go to Angela Shimek. Am I saying that right?
It's Shimek. It's
Shimek?
Czech. Yeah.
Shimek. Okay.
Yeah.
So I knew I'd get something wrong
So you have
today.
a kolache recipe?
I do.
Oh, I'd love it.
I do. I will.
really?
I will share it. Absolutely.
I'll make kolaches.
Yeah.
But check out Angela's website. She's got a lot of great information here. So not only with FCA, not only, doing the legal stuff, but a Christian writer and a speaker. Can you tell us a little bit about just that briefly?
Sure. Yeah. A couple years ago, I just decided to pursue some Christian writing because it had just been in my heart for a long time. And so I started a small blog. You can totally subscribe to it. You will not, your inbox will not be flooded. Trust me.
Robin and I buy email addresses, by the way. So if you could sell them to us.
There you go. Well, sign up because, we need to grow that platform too. But I'm working on a book proposal right now. I'm trying to get published just a book talking really about just the biblical basis for community, for connection, and what that looks like and how God created us to connect. And so been working and researching that. But yes, been speaking at some local retreats in my hometown. So if you have like a church event or a mom's group or someone who meets and just needs to hear a good word, I'm happy to speak and share on your topic or whatever's inspiring you or wherever you need inspiration. So so that's my personal pursuit right now, which is kind of spun off from the opportunity that I've had through FCA, which has helped me grow in my faith as well.
Yeah, that's great. I do have to ask you, are you doing any more law stuff, or is that
that's was my next question.
Yeah.
Do you like writing better than practicing law?
I love all of them, and it's really hard because it's impossible to balance them all. So it's kind of like they're seasonal. If and when FCA ever slows down, I do help out with referrals. So I don't have an office for my law, but I do practice law. I do wills and estate planning and probate and real estate law as well. And so I can help people with simple things, no litigation, but I can do transactional stuff, give advice, review documents, things like that, write wills. And I do that by referral only. I don't have a website to advertise because I think that, I can't handle both of those at the same time. But I get a lot of referrals from church and from people I know that, I just want to take care of. So the difference between my practice and a typical practice is just that I'm just a little more personal. I have a lot more time to be intentional with my clients. A lot of my clients are older as well, which I do appreciate because sometimes it's less about the law or the legal need that they have and about maybe a relationship. And I, like I said earlier, I like to bless people, but I always feel like I'm the one that gets blessed in those relationships. So yes, happy to serve in that way. So if anyone needs any assistance, if I can't help, I'll definitely refer you to some trusted attorneys in town that I know and love. Yeah.
Perfect. There you go.
Good.
Angela Shimek. Valis
Yes,
joining us
perfect.
here.
Hey,
Got it down.
Great job.
He's doing well today.
He's doing so good.
Robin and I, by the way, with Braylon, I have now decided I'm going to become a T-ball coach. And Robin, do you want to coach with me?
Oh, I'd love to.
So we're going to both coach a little league T-ball team so we can come to these coaches' breakfasts.
Oh my gosh.
I'd love to tell him to run it out.
Yeah, that's it.
I love it. There you go. That's all you need to do.
There you go.
You're qualified. Hired.
While you were talking, too, I was sitting there, you were saying words about the legal stuff like litigate and all that. And I'm thinking, man, you're starting to inspire my freestyle rapping coming back. So I was sitting there like, don't hate, litigate, it can wait. I don't even know where we're going, Man, so I don't even know what that was. It just hit me.
Bless you for being the co-host.
Here's my coffee.
Yeah. So, well, Angela, again, appreciate you so much. Great information this
Thank
morning, and again, appreciate all the good work that Piney Woods FCA is doing, and all of your staff and those that are volunteering and helping. So, man, that's what it's all about, and we'll keep promoting the good. Before we let you go, final question we always ask all of our guests: what do you love most about Huntsville? What are you grateful for? You posted it a while ago.
I am. Yeah, I am so grateful for just the community. This is the first time in my life where as soon as I got here, I felt like people just poured out love and support, and it's been really great. We've met really great people as far as personal friends, but I mean, anywhere you go, someone's willing to help you, and if they can't, they say this person might be able to help you instead. And I love that. I just love the fact that everybody treats you like family. It's been wonderful for us because we are Huntsville transplants, So when we got here, we didn't know anybody, but hey, everyone that we've met through either churches or the community, the chamber, I mean, everybody's been so great. So yeah,
I agree.
just have to give everybody a big silent round of applause for being awesome, because they
There you
are.
go. Love
Yes.
it. So again, Angela being here, Robin's giving the applause.
silent-
We're good to go.
the silent-
Yeah, the silent applause. So, well, we'll keep up with you. We'll have you on again in a few months to kind of touch base and see how things
That'd
are
be great.
going, if that's all right. So,
Excellent. Yes.
well, there she is, Angela Valis, joining us here
Thank
on
you.
Good Morning
Been a
Huntsville.
pleasure. Been
I
a
know.
pleasure.
Thanks, guys.
Great to have
Appreciate
you. We'll step aside before we take that break, though. Hold on, Robin. Here we go again. Ready? Whoosh.
okay. Oof.
Man, it's not as cool as it was the first time. You know, earlier it was kind of cool there.
Kind of came in diagonal, maybe.
Yeah, it was like,
There you go. Even better.
people are like, what are you doing? If you're just joining us, we're giving away a Color Bar $25 gift certificate. Come on down. Well, you can't come on down. All you got to do, though, is comment hashtag whatever you want. Hashtag I love Huntsville. Hashtag visit Huntsville TX. Like this broadcast and share it. Not only the Color Bar $25 gift certificate, boom, but a Klein card. That is a discount card that'll get you discounts all over town. I keep mentioning Yummy Yummy. I use this bad boy over at Fat Boys Pizza in Riverside. Got a few bucks off my pizza over there. So I'm going to plug Shane and Julia over at Fat Boys Pizza. That was an old radio joke that we had when we cut an ad for them years ago. But you can use this card all over town. All you got to do, again, just hashtag visit Huntsville TX, hashtag whatever you want. I like what Russell said. Let's go, Huntsville. Like this broadcast and share it. We'll be giving that away in our final segment coming up. For now, though, we'll step aside, take a break. We got a lot more wrapping up when we come back here on Good Morning Huntsville. Hey, Huntsville, welcome back. It's always fun, like, coming back from these breaks because I'm, like, sitting here waiting, and then boom, and then we're here live. So, man, it is good to be back. Great show this morning. Really enjoyed hearing from Angela, all the great things that they're doing with FCA Piney Woods, and
Great
just wanted to
program.
touch base, with them. And I think it was cool, Robin, because, as we were talking, I'm going to make sure I kill that mic. There we go. As we were talking, I mean, just hearing how kids are being impacted, and I love what you said about leaders. These kids are learning a lot of leadership qualities through these organizations.
Of course, it helps, kind of navigate our dangerous terrain sometimes. So,
Yeah, absolutely. A lot of friends joining us. Look at this. We got this one in a little bit ago. Fat Boys Pizza is yummy. They have the best cauliflower crust in
I
town.
was just about to say that. Yeah.
Any topping you can imagine. I'm not taking credit for this, but I think we made the Fat Boys Pizza loaded baked potato pizza the most famous.
Oh, I like their barbecue chicken.
Have you had the loaded baked potato?
I have not.
It's the world famous, man.
Oh, well, I thought it was the barbecue chicken
It
cauliflower
is.
crust.
It's Robin. If you say it is, it is.
Oh, okay.
So, but the loaded baked potato is really good. Shane, I don't even know why I'm plugging you. You don't sponsor anything, but it's because I love you, man, and you do sponsor a lot. I'm just giving you a hard time.
He wants a pizza.
Yeah. So, Robbie, next time you're in here, brother, we're gonna bring some pizza. We're gonna have a big pizza party in here, like back in the day, 1985 style.
There you go. Well, it's funny. Their food truck has a big TV on it, and I thought it'd be great to have, like a sports night there, watching the sports, eating the pizza.
Yeah, and they have bags. They call them bags up north. Cornhole here in the south,
Oh.
but up north they call it bags or bags.
even know.
I love y'all. I'm giving you. You make fun of my southern accent. I'm gonna make fun of you guys in a loving way. Bags is what we say down here. Up
Bags.
north, it's called bags.
Bags.
Yeah, bags. Like you
Okay.
go to HEB and you get a plastic bag. Would you like a paper bag or a plastic bag?
Paper.
Paper bag. I love y'all. You know I'm
Recycle the
joking.
plastic.
Yeah. So, anyways, we're having way too much fun today. Robin, it's so fun having you on here this morning. So, been a lot of fun. Again, heard from Angela there. And big thank you again to tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools, as they are one of our Foundation 5 sponsors here on a Wednesday. I do
I
have
feel some quizzes coming
here
up.
comes some quizzes here. So we're gonna talk. By the way, one final opportunity. Hashtag visit Huntsville TX. Good Morning Huntsville. Whatever you want to do, just put a pound sign there and a comment. We're going to be giving away this $25 gift certificate courtesy of our good friend Justin Killingsworth at the Color Bar, and also a Klein card, discount card for savings. We'll make sure that you get that. All you got to do, hashtag, put that comment in there, like this broadcast, and share it. And that is the last opportunity to do that. We'll announce it at the end of the show.
Here, can I peek? Let me get
You
my
cannot
glasses.
peek here. Here is some quiz coming up for you, a little
Okay,
quiz.
Kay, I apologize.
Here we go, real quick. Robin, what did you think the first time you walked through the buildings? Because you actually have a wonderful story about this for tomorrow's promise. See, you're getting nervous, and this isn't anything to be nervous about.
I'm like, okay, what is it? No. Actually, it was really unique to see. My children did not go to a Montessori-style school. And, I kind of feel like when I was walking through and seeing the interactions with the children and seeing what they were actually learning and the teachers and just a different environment, I kind of felt like maybe I should have brought my kids to a Montessori school. It's a wonderful opportunity to see the kids, or excuse me, as Charlotte would say, the children. I apologize, Miss Charlotte. But seeing the children and the teachers interact, it's just a different, they're not in front of the Barney show or, just a TV and they're all mass watching TV. It's complete interaction and teaching the children behavior and how to handle things. It was just a different experience. Most, as a parent, I kind of felt like my parents should have came there. I mean, my children should have came there.
Yeah,
So.
I think it's so important to, talk about what Montessori is and what it means. And Kaye and Rick and you have been such big advocates of the learning and the education. And from just getting to know Rick and Kaye more, I felt like I knew them pretty well. But then having them on the show now, I'm really getting to know deeper about their hearts and their connection to kids.
Exactly.
And one of the reasons you work there, because you have that connection as well, and you love working with these young people. And it's cool to hear these stories about how these children learn and how they mature and how they grow. And I'm thinking now, like, what can I do to better Braylon's life at such a young age? And Kaye has really got me thinking about how much these kids soak in the first 4 years of their life.
Oh, they do.
I never thought about that before.
You never did. You think that, well, I'll teach them. But that's the wonderful thing is they're like sponges. They just absorb. And if you put them in the environment to learn, in the correct environment to learn, it just makes, you could see them blossom. And it's just fantastic. And one of the things about Tomorrow's Promise that I absolutely love is the teachers. Our leadership team's fantastic. Kaye and Rick are fantastic, but our teachers day in and day out go out there and just love your kids, and they're in there doing the hard work. Their patience is phenomenal. Just their drive to make a difference in children's lives. It's amazing to see. It's probably one of the best opportunities I've got to see a snapshot of what teachers actually do. And, you guys, you got to love your teachers. You got to support them. You got to go out there. You got to do the extra mile for them because they're in there. They're in the trenches. I mean, they are raising your children during the day and giving them wonderful opportunities. So. Yeah,
well, that's great. Just kind of that first impression for you and seeing that is so good to hear that because you're telling a story that many other people out there, too, don't know what Montessori is. And now just being around and hearing you on this show and hearing Rick and Kaye, they're starting to get an understanding now of exactly what it is. Did want to mention a few other things that are going on. We want to remind everybody about Business After Hours. That's coming up on Tuesday. Is that the next Tuesday already? Is that right?
I believe so.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Tell us about that event. It's going to be a lot of fun.
So it's May 23rd. It's at the Rotary Kaye and Dawn Walker Education Center.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, I always forget too, but you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I always say the Rotary place.
Yep.
But Kaye and Dawn Education Center, it's at 5:15. It'll be celebrating the award that Kaye had won, the SBDC. The Small Business
Rural Small Business of the Year. 16 counties.
Yes, and the first
encompassed.
daycare to ever win it.
Yeah.
So, and I believe the first Huntsville-based company. So it's a fantastic opportunity. We're going to just show some support and just be around our fellow community members. So we've sent out a bunch of invitations. We have Sam's Table over there and Tap Truck Outlaw over there. And it's just going to be a really good time to just show some support and be around some really good people.
Yeah, we highlighted that award, and it was so incredible for Tomorrow's Promise. And Kaye told me, she goes, I want to make sure that, it's not about me and our child care center receiving this award. She goes, it's because of all the great people that work with us and also for the parents trusting us.
Oh, of course.
And so I think that is so great. And again,
we've got some difference makers. Kaye's doing great. And Charlotte Baker, she won the difference maker on the Huntsville item. It's just fantastic team over there. And they're really in there putting in a lot of hard work day in and day out. So
did those item awards already come out?
Well, not the 2023,
but a previous one.
There was a previous one of difference makers in Huntsville, and Charlotte Baker is our director of operations over there, and she's fantastic.
Awesome. Well, again, we appreciate that. You can find out more information as our Wednesday Foundation 5 sponsor is Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. You can visit them online at tomorrowspromise.info. That's tomorrowspromise.info. You know what I didn't even look at? I normally have this up as we wrap up here in just a few moments. We've got about 4 more minutes. You got 4 minutes, Robin?
I do. I'm supposed to give a Wednesday wisdom.
That is it. Do you know what it is? I have one today.
You have one? Oh.
I have one, and if you want to piggyback on this one.
Okay.
And this was a huge one, and this is something that, it's a tough one because we're approaching the months right now in summer where it is very, very hot outside.
True.
And Kaye had mentioned to me, she said that children are left in cars, and I'm just going to read it because it is what it is. Children are left in cars and they die every single year needlessly because folks forget. I don't know how you forget. And I'm never going to judge a parent. I'm never going to judge a parent, but I just don't know how you forget. And so we want to bring that Wednesday wisdom to you today to remind you to always check your car seats. I know, man, sometimes in life, and I've heard stories, no one that I know personally, but friends that have known someone that they said, man, it's the greatest people in the world. And it's just tragic because it's one of those things where your mind starts racing. And some people like me, I've got ADD, but I always want to make it a habit that I'm checking to see where my baby is.
All right.
And so that is the Wednesday wisdom today, is just to remind you that you always check your seats. And if you see a baby in a car or something going on, you get to work right away to get that baby out. And then you call 911. But, man, I'm going to tell you, maybe I'm stepping out of line, but if I saw a baby in a car and I would do everything I could. I'd call 911 while I'm busting that window to get that baby out.
Well, that's probably a good idea.
Yeah. So that was kind of what Kaye wanted us to mention today is just, man, again, be very and Jason Thompson, one of our other Foundation 5 sponsors, talks about it from Guardian Defense, just being aware of your surroundings.
Surroundings, yes.
And so, if you're walking down a row at the grocery store and you see a kid in a car, man, it's time to react.
It's time to act, yeah.
Yeah.
Most definitely.
So this has happened. And here's the thing. It says and here's how you do it. You put your purse or cell phone in the back seat so you'll remember. And here's the thing, and why I said I'm not judging parents, because this has happened to police officers, it's happened to teachers, lawyers, doctors, grandparents. It's happened to everybody where a child has died from being left in a vehicle. And I want to be very clear about that. I'm not judging parents, because some of us and some of you may know of someone that this has happened to, but we want to bring awareness to that for our Wednesday wisdom here today. And especially you being an EMT, I pray and hope you never had to go into that situation, but you know how important it is and how hot those cars can get.
Oh yeah, and quicker than we think, and here's the thing, if you find yourself a forgetful person, set an alarm. Always set an alarm. If you know that you're going to be taking your child somewhere at a certain time every day, set an alarm for that time, just so it wakes you up a little bit out of your, thinking of trying to get things done so quickly. So.
Yeah, really important. Kaye, thank you for bringing that up. And so we wanted to bring some awareness to that.
Thank you, Kaye. I didn't have to come up with one, but
yeah, we appreciate that as well.
She always covers us.
Yeah, she's got me covered. When she comes on the show, Rob, I think we should do this. And I'm like, bam, because this show is just as much as yours. It's not mine, it's y'all. So it's a lot of fun. I'm just here to facilitate. But a lot of fun today. Some serious things that we talked about, but also some very encouraging and uplifting things. And again, appreciate Angela Valis joining us a little bit earlier. Hey, we do have a couple more minutes here, and I never leave the show anymore without talking about what is it the National Day of. Man, I don't know why it's National Idaho Day. Today is National Idaho. We're in Texas. What's so good about Idaho? Potatoes?
Potatoes?
Yeah.
I love French fries.
Have you ever been to Idaho?
I'm sure I've driven through it.
You been, Robbie? Robbie's here joining. He's like, nah, man.
I'm traveled.
Yeah.
My brother's not so much.
Well-traveled-verse.
Well traveled, yeah.
I was thinking, if there's anybody from Idaho, man, I'm not hating on you. I love you. But I'm just sitting here thinking of that there was this video back in the day about this lady, and there was a fire, and her phrase was, ain't nobody got time for that. And I'm thinking, Idaho? Ain't nobody got time for that.
What? I love Idaho.
I have no idea. Idaho, whatever, man. Texas is better. I'm going to throw that out there.
Hello, Idaho.
Yeah. What's up? What up, Idaho? I don't even know where that came from.
Don't. Just leave that one alone.
National Pack Rat Day. This is my day. Man, I love that. Bridget calls me a hoarder, and it's not like those terrible hoarding where you walk through aisles of stuff. And I know people like that, man. I know it's a serious deal, and I'm not poking fun at it, but I am a pack rat, man. I like to. You go to my garage.
You like to hold on to things.
When we moved the first time from Georgetown, one of our 5 times that we've moved in the last 2 years, I literally had to go to the dump 4 times with what's a standard size trailer, like 18 feet or something, the big long trailers.
Goodness.
I had that thing loaded 4 times at the dump, and people are like, "Why didn't you sell that stuff?" It's like there was so much junk, I didn't even know how to start to sell it. And it was stuff that I'd pack ratted for 15 years, and then every time we've moved, I've thrown away like another trailer load or given it away.
That's probably one of the only good things about moving is you could clean out stuff.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's another
That's
Wednesday
the only
wisdom.
good thing.
Start cleaning out now before it gets too hot.
Yeah.
Another thing that we did when we moved from Huntsville to Fargo, the poor folks at Goodwill, they probably locked the door on me because I went there like 8 times unloading on them, man. They got to a point they're like, "Sir, we're not taking any more lamps."
No more.
I had a bunch of lamps. Like, who has lamps? So anyways, it's World Hypertension Day. Use an EMT. I mean, that's a very important thing, is to just be aware of hypertension, because that leads to cardiovascular issues. So,
It does.
very serious. Here's a good one today. It is Emergency Medical Services for Children Day today.
Oh, that's fantastic. I should go out and teach.
Today is also National Walnut Day.
Oh, I love walnuts.
Pecans or walnuts?
Walnuts.
Yeah. Walnuts have I don't even know why I'm
Just a
talking.
different flavor.
I have no idea why I'm talking about this, but someone was talking about the texture of a food one time, and I was like, I don't eat things for the texture. I eat it for the flavor.
Well, a lot of them, it's called a mouthfeel. And that's what a lot of people eat for, is some don't have the strong taste that other people might. So it's more of a texture feel thing.
They better don't even get to me on taste, because when I had COVID in 2020, I lost like half, and I still haven't gotten it back. I remember eating a Whataburger and it didn't taste like anything. And I was like,
oh,
no,
that's because
man.
you have to go to In-N-Out.
No. I got no time for that. But ain't nobody got time for that.
In the Woodlands, In-N-Out. No.
National Walnut Day. I just think of that, though. I was poking fun, joking around one time, and I said, "Oh, the texture of the food is very exquisite, and it made me very happy to eat the food."
Oh, you sound fantastic.
I'm like, brother, I eat the food for the taste, man. I don't care if that steak's like sandpaper. As long as it tastes good, I'm eating that thing. Come on, man. It's kind of a boring one today. World Telecommunication and Information Society Day.
Oh, here we are.
I
Information.
just upset somebody if you're big telecommunications and information society
we
fans.
are providing information.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm just kidding. Here's a good one. Although I'm a peach cobbler guy, it's National Cherry Cobbler Day.
Oh, cherry, my favorite.
Okay, there we go. And also, last but certainly not least, in honor of all the graduates, it is National Graduation Tassel Day today.
I lost my tassel.
I did. I lost mine too. You know what? I think I threw it in the dump.
It's in the dump, yeah.
I think it's in the dump with one of those 4 trailer loads that we had. So
everyone's like, "Show me your tassel."
Yeah, so good stuff. Rick said, by the way, thanks for entertaining us on the first leg of the trip back, from Rick Boehning of Tomorrow's Promise.
Oh, well, drive careful, Rick.
So, anyways, Robin, been a lot of fun. Any final remarks? I know we've chatted a lot, had a lot of fun here this morning on a Wednesday.
A Wednesday.
Wednesday, yes, ma'am.
Yeah, we're going to win here. I would like everybody to follow us on Facebook. We are growing our new academy, Tomorrow's Promise Academy, and come watch us grow over there and join us. And we've got a lot of things going on. We have some available slots for enrollment, and we are looking for some teachers that are interested. So if anyone's out there or knows anyone that is looking to work at a wonderful opportunity to work with children, we welcome them and give us a call.
Yeah, there you go. Tomorrowspromise.info for more information on Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Also, I did not show this. I wanted to say good morning, Bridget. Love you, sweetheart. She had sent a good morning sunshine on there. So good to see you this morning.
Good morning,
and,
Bridget.
Love you, Bridget. Good to see you. By the way, Bridget
I don't know how you do it.
Bridget's my better half. So if you're wondering why are you saying I love you to some random person, it is Bridget, and we are together. We've been together 10 years. So love you, sweetheart. Just throw that disclaimer out there.
She's the toughest person I know.
She is. God bless her.
Or strongest person.
I pray for her every morning.
You
putting up with
should.
Me. So, all right, here's our winner. We're going to randomize this, and the winner today is boom. Look at that, Amanda Summers. She won the prize pack today. So that Klein card is coming your way. Klein card coming down there yesterday, and also the Color Bar Hair Salon $25 gift certificate. We got $50 of value and more coming your way. So, Amanda, send us a message. PM us if you don't mind. There on the Facebook page, send us a private message, and we will get your info, and I will make sure that you get these two wonderful prizes. And a big thank you again to Justin Killingsworth and also our good friends at Klein Card for today's gifts.
I love it. I love it. I actually go to Justin. He's fantastic.
There you go. So appreciate that. Also, one last plug today. If you'll notice on my desk, I have this is General Sam Houston, of course, 1793 to 1863, courtesy of our friends at the statue. I was over there yesterday for our monthly tourism meeting. And they said, hey, we got an extra Sam Houston. So big thank you.
I love it. I love
to our
it.
friends. So Sam's going to be hanging out with us here for a little while in the next couple of weeks. So we'll just chill right there, buddy. Give him a little pat on the head. Thank you, buddy.
I love Tracy and Jessica over there at the statue. They're phenomenal.
They are. And
assets to Huntsville, for sure.
Check this out. Hey, Robin, can you hold this up for me? Because the camera's going to. Yeah, here we go. Check this out. Man, I love that shirt. I picked that up yesterday over there at the Visitor Center as well. So at the statue, Huntsville.
Huntsville.
Huntsville. I'm going to make one that says Hunts and then VUHL, Huntsville.
Wait, there's something missing.
What is it?
It needs to be flying around. I don't see it. Oh, well.
What is it? Something's missing.
There's a bat.
Oh, okay. There you go.
No, I love the shirts. I love the shirts.
Awesome. Well, there you go. There's Hunts.
Wait, what size is it?
It's 2X. It's 2XL. Yeah. Thanks a lot, Robin. Oh, perfect, Rob. She was looking at it. Oh, what is this? Oh, that's 2XL. That won't even fit you, Rob. I thought you needed a 3. Thanks, Robin. She's right, though. I ate a lot of macaroni and cheese. So. We're having too much fun. Robin, before we go, I did want to give you an opportunity as well to plug your organization, your nonprofit, just briefly before we sign off. Is that okay?
Oh, of course, of course. So I'm the director and founder of Building for Bats. Super excited on May 19th. Texas Department of Corrections, Texas Parks and Wildlife, and the Texas Ag are having a class here at Sam Houston University, which I will be attending. Super excited. Great opportunity to learn about living around and among bats. And I'm really happy that, this awareness is continuing. And we are first time that this is going to be a opportunity of learning here with those departments. And anyone want to go? I think it was a free event. And everything's going good. Looking to do several other things. Hopefully do a bat welcome back bash soon. And just keep your eyes open. And anyone want to do any community partnership, we'd love to help and be a part of it. So
awesome. Yeah, and visit the website. Again, Robin Logan has done tremendous work with her 501c3 nonprofit, buildingforbats.org.
Perfect.
Thanks, Robin. Been a lot of fun today. You're a guest. What are you thankful for? Got to ask you, too.
Well, I'm thankful to be here. I'm thankful to just continue to meet new people here in Huntsville. I was very happy to meet our guests today, and just a wonderful show, and I'm just very thankful to be here.
Yeah. All right. Well, there she is again, Robin Logan. We appreciate her presence here, gracing us today, representing, and she works for Tomorrow's Promise Montessori Schools. Big thank you to Rick and Kaye Boehning as well, and all of those that are getting up every single day, taking care of kiddos and making a difference for the next generation. Friends, been a fun one today. Make sure to chime in tomorrow. We'll be right back at it with Justin Killingsworth of the Color Bar, and we'll have a special guest in as well, so you'll have to tune in tomorrow morning to find out. And then on Friday, our good friends from Sam Houston Memorial Funeral Home will be joining us, as I'll have my friend, Mr. Ben Sorrells from Cat Fund joining us. Not cat with a C, but cat as in Bearcat, the Cat Fund coming on. He'll be talking about all the great things happening for student athletes at Sam Houston State University. As we wrap up every show, I want to remind you this morning, we're not strong enough alone to make it on our own. We need each other. Provide a word of encouragement. Lend a hand of support. Somebody needs you. Until tomorrow, good morning, Huntsville, God bless. We'll see you later. Thanks, Robin. Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks. Bye.